All right, we got one here, froze up. I think it's thawed out now, but holy crap. Look at this condenser. What do I get the most? Is that wet? It feels wet. I run into a ton of dirty condensers. That one over there is dirty too. Where is it getting all this dust from? I don't even think I have a water hose out here. Man. Honestly, it'll probably just peel right off, but we're here to look at see why it froze up. So that dirty coil is not why it froze up. We have a suction filter dryer in there. We have a suction dryer there. These do not come with suction dryers. Somebody put that in. Let me look at this other one. I don't think these come with suction dryers. Yeah, see, this one doesn't have one. I wonder why somebody had to put a suction dryer on this. Maybe they put a compressor in it. I don't have any history on putting a compressor in this unit. All right, let's get going. I do have water access. My key actually opens this closet right here. And I have hot water. And I have domestic. Hell yeah. All right, I got plenty of pressure there too. Possibly too much pressure. Nah. Backflow preventer. All right, so we do have water, so that's good. All right, now we just got to figure out why this thing froze up. All right, it's pretty dirty. That filter isn't dirty. Filter must have been changed, but you can tell by this wall and everything. There's a lot of dirt going on. So let me go ahead and turn it on. All right, the fan started. I heard the outdoor unit start too. It's still partially froze up. Shut it down. Some other work's been done here. This coil's been changed or something. Let's get rid of this chunk of ice. Yeah, we still got a bunch of ice on here. See if we can get it out of there. Yeah. This side's gonna take some work. Alright, we got all the ice off the coil. Some of it fell down into here. Not a whole lot I can do about that. long as it didn't damage the secondary heat exchanger when it hit it. All right, and we still got some over here too. Move this back. Yes, see, this is I think this is a newer coil. Yeah, 21. This coil was just replaced last year. Even though it's weird, I don't have any record of it. Maybe I do. I don't think I looked deep enough. All right, let's get this. All right, we got it back on now, but it's thawed out. I'm gonna clean this coil before I do anything else though. So I'm gonna shut it down, clean the coil first, and then we'll go from there. I got the top off. Hopefully I don't have to take all the side covers off. I'm gonna try to shoot some water from the outside or from the inside out. See if I can get this cleaned up without having to take all these off. We'll see. Oh, yeah, I got big time pressure here. A whole lot better than what we were before. We still got a little bit hanging out here and there. I got to hit this little bit here, but a lot cleaner than what it was. All right, guys, I just got the gauges on. The coil's still wet. You can see the water in there, so we're not quite there yet. Somebody stepped on that or something. It's coming up on the camera, but this is bent. The suction king valve looks bent. I don't know. Looks like somebody might have stepped on that at one time. Kids come back here and play a lot. They've got a basketball court set up back here. Looking at these readings right now, I don't really see why it froze up. Judging by the brand new filter, I bet you it had a dirty filter. But we'll see. Let it run for a few more minutes. Got a 20-degree temp split at 20.5. I don't know, guys. This does not necessarily look like a unit that's going to freeze up to me. Unless the blower's dropping out for whatever reason. I don't see this thing freezing up. Now they did have the thermostat set at 60. So I guess it is running a lot. Unless they just buried the thermostat when it started to freeze up to see if they can get it to cool better. That's someone's they're always their first thing. The thing isn't working, so let me bury the thermostat. You guys know what I'm talking about. We'll let it run for a few more minutes. We'll see maybe if that blower's dropping out. That was some pretty thick ice on there. And I've said in other videos, whenever you have a freeze up that's caused by a blower not working, the ice is very snow-like. It's very thin. That was very thick ice, like it was built up over time. So, not sure. We'll continue to monitor it. All right, we've been running for about 15-20 minutes now, and our suction pressure has went down a little bit. but so is our space temp. That's our return temperature right there. So it's chilly in the house. Subcooling is dead on. Superheat looks very good too. Now, this is an air temp unit made by Nordyne. And we have a TXV inside, but on this chart here, they give you a little chart to go by, this little approach chart. And judging by our model number, which is 2 tons. Look at this chart here, and it looks like 2 tons is our thicker line, which is this line here. So we cross our liquid line pressure with our liquid line temperature and see if it lines up together. So our liquid line temperature is 72.7. We'll call that 73. And our pressure is 254. See, that's even below what we start at here. We might still have a little bit of water on our coil, but let's just say what 75 is. And this is hard to tell, but I think it goes up in increments of 20. So at 75, we should be at 260. So we're damn close to that. If 75 is 260, I'm thinking 73 at 254 would be very close. I don't think we have a charge issue here whatsoever. All right, guys, just got back in the truck from that call there. I really think that filter was clogged, because a lot of times when you see you got a brand new filter in there, chances are it was pretty dirty. So that's what I'm putting my money on. System froze up because of a dirty filter. Maintenance guy changed it before I got there, and that was that, because I don't see anything that points to that thing freezing up. Maybe you guys saw something I didn't. Let me know down in the comments. But all right, guys, it's about 90 degrees here today, so I got a bunch of other calls to get to. Maybe I can get you some other shots of that stuff, and I'm on call this weekend too, so it should be fun. But all right, guys, that's it for this one. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I'm off to the next one. All right, got a little bit of bonus content here, so take a look. All right, we got a nail salon here claiming they have no air. Got 2 units here. This one here, we actually just installed this year. And we have this one here, older unit, not running at all. So let's dig into it, see what we got. All right, the first thing I always say whenever you have a unit that's not running at all, do you have power? And some moron mounted the disconnect on the only electrical panel we need. So let's just check power real quick. See if we got it coming up. 3-phase unit. No power there. No power. All right, we don't have any power. So that's step 1 on either side. So I'm going to turn it off. I'm going to pull this panel, and I am going to just test the unit, see if we have any shorts that are standing out on us. We'll test everything to ground and see what's what. All right, we got one locked on ground there, and we got our other one here we're going to test. All right, so we're good ground to ground. So let's just hop around, see if we're testing shorts to ground anywhere. Let's test this guy to ground, this guy to ground. I'm not getting anything so far. I'm not testing anything to ground. This, I believe, is the blower contactor. Here to here, here to here. Yeah, I'm not getting anything to ground, except ground to ground. Let's look and make sure we don't have any chopped wires. We're gonna go down and reset the breaker. I have this off. we're gonna go down and reset the breaker. I just want to see, oh, look at this. This is a low ambient control. This here is a low ambient control. I'm not 100% sure that's what caused this though. But it's a damn good spot to start. All right, let's open this panel. I want to see if there's anything going on in there. Check it out. We have a wire sitting on the fan blade there. So let's see. Yep, the straps just broke and it fell. Look at that wire there. All right, let's get them fixed up. All right, I fixed this wire here with this connector. I don't see any damage to any of the other wires. And I followed them back and I just don't see any damage to any of the other ones. So I'm gonna try to fasten this up here. They caught me slipping. I don't have any zip ties, but I do have panduit straps. So, you know, anything to get them by, you know what I mean? So we're gonna try to get them strapped up here. So the wire is secure, so it won't fall off there anymore. And then we're gonna have to visit this also. Yeah, I might have to bypass this control until we can get a new low ambient control. This looks like somebody has found this before. I'm gonna have to see the wiring instructions on this, but I feel like this didn't just happen. We'll see if it works when we turn it on. But I have a feeling I'm definitely gonna have to bypass this control here. I can't leave that hooked up like that with power going through it. That connection's loose as hell. All right, I put 2 panduit straps, one on the wire so it doesn't fall down. I did have one zip tie I put here, cut off the excess. All right. Still haven't been down to reset the breaker yet. But by the looks of this has already been bypassed. Because this is line 1, motor 1. Line 1, motor 1. No, this is for 480 volt. This one here is for 480. Line 1, motor 1, 120 or 240. Line 2, motor 2. It's looking like this has already been bypassed. I don't know why someone bypassed it and then didn't replace it, but that's what they did. So we'll have to get them a new low ambient control. And some asshole left the cap off of here. Put that back on. All right, let me put the panel back on here. I'll cut the excess panduits off. All right, we're gonna go inside. We're gonna reset the breaker and turn it on and see what happens. Here at the breaker panel here. Yep, this one C is tripped. Turn that back on. Go up there. I just turned it on. Seems like everything started. I gotta put this panel back on. But everything did start. All right, we got the panel back on. Check some amp draws. So the whole thing's pulling 15.8 on that leg, 21.8 on that leg, and 20.7, 20.8 on that leg. All right, so it seems our condenser motor works even with that burnt up low ambient control. Let's test just the compressor. 16.3 on just the compressor. This is our condenser fan up here. Maybe not. That must be our... Well, hold on now. That must be for the blower. They have a single phase blower in this thing? This must be for the condenser motor down here. This guy. It's weird they have a single, yeah, that must be for the condenser. A lot of times when they have a three-phase unit, a three-phase compressor, they'll have a three-phase blower in these York units too. But it seems like they have a single-phase blower with just the three-phase compressor. Let's confirm that by the data plate. So, indoor blower, 1 horsepower, 208, 230, single phase. So just the compressor in this unit is 3-phase. Just the compressor, blower single phase, outdoor fan single phase, and the power venter is single phase if it had it. Oh, actually, yeah, it does have it. So that's the draft inducer, basically. All right, we'll let it run for a few more minutes, but I think we fixed this one. I'm just gonna have a look at this one because when the call came in, see that one's making tons of water. When the call came in, it came in as the back unit was down, the one we put in. But when I just walked in there, the breaker panel's in the back. It was very cool in that back room. And when I got here, this unit does the front. So I don't know if things got twisted when they called it in because they are Asian people that run it, and sometimes there's a language barrier there, so I don't know if that's the thing, but and we got this call from a management company, so. But this one seems like it's kicking ass, and hopefully this one won't be long behind it, making good heat. I'll throw a thermometer in there real quick, make sure she is doing what she's supposed to do. All right, guys, just hop back in the truck on that one. I got them all fixed up there. Gonna come back probably next week with that low ambient control and get that replaced for them. Even though there's no rush on that. I mean, summertime's here. It's 91 degrees right now, so that fan's running full out, at least for the next few months every time it comes on. So, but we are gonna get it replaced for them. If someone felt the need to put that on there at one time, I'm gonna get one and put it back on. So. Yeah, it's about 5 o'clock Friday afternoon, June 2nd, and I don't have any other calls at the moment, but I am on call, so I feel like they're going to be coming in. But that's it for this one, guys.